Welcome Inside the Lines. I am Greg Sussman. This is Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Knicks are in Hollywood to take on the Lakers. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, they are a 12.5-point underdog tonight with a game total sitting at 221. For the Knicks, they played well as of late. They've covered in 4 of their last 5 contests, and in general, they played well on the road.
Yeah, they're 11-8 against the spread so far this season, Greg, covering at a 58% clip. We've highlighted for weeks now how well they've played under interim head coach Mike Miller. This game will be won or lost in the paint. The Lakers are second in the NBA in points in the paint, averaging 53.4 points per game in that area, while the Knicks are allowing the second fewest points in the paint, so that's going to be an area to watch tonight.
Speaking of the paint, Anthony Davis has been unbelievable all season long. Of course, he's amazing, but inside the paint, he's been fantastic with the blocks. In fact, he leads the Lakers in block shots, and the Lakers, #1 in the NBA in that category. In fact, they blocked 20 shots in their last outing, Frank. But it's tough to block a shot that goes in, and the Knicks, they've been hitting most of their shots as of late.
Yeah, their last time out, they're going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. They shoot a season-high 57.1% from the field. They'll have to keep that up tonight, and I think it'll all start with Julius Randle, obviously drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, playing in this game in a revenge game. He is the Knicks' second leading scorer, averaging 18.6 points per game. So we're watching points in the paint. We're also watching Julius Randle.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, the Nets and the Thunder, the Raptors and the Blazers, and our Dollar Holla as well. Stick around. More coming up here on Inside the Lines.
They say less is more, but we believe more is more. That's why we built FanDuel Sportsbook with more ways to bet, more ways to fund your account, more ways to cash in, and more ways to cash out, with payouts delivered straight to your bank account in as little as 48 hours. You want more? You got it. Join today and get a risk-free bet worth up to $500. FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
Back inside the lines, Greg Sussman and Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder are in Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And this is a wild one because when this game opened earlier today, the Thunder, well, they were a 2.5-point favorite over the Nets. Now, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, they are a half-point underdog. The total still sits at 215.5, and we both came into this one liking the Thunder. And now I got to admit, I'm a little bit nervous with all of this money coming in on the Nets. What are we missing?
I'm sticking with the Oklahoma City Thunder right now. I just don't know how you can back the Brooklyn Nets. They've lost 6 games in a row. They haven't covered a single one of those games. And during that stretch, they are last in the NBA in field goal percentage, shooting 39% from the field. They are minus 12. They have the lowest margin of victory in the NBA as well. They're averaging 15.7 turnovers per game, Greg. The way the Brooklyn Nets are playing right now, I cannot back this team.
And that's not even mentioning how hot the Thunder have been. They've covered 8 of their last 9, 6 in a row. So the Thunder, they're going one way. The Nets, they're going the other way. I can't back the Nets either. The Thunder are still the pick, although admittedly, I'm a lot more nervous about it than I was a few hours ago. Let's move on to the Blazers and the Raptors. In Toronto tonight, the Raptors are a 2.5-point favorite. The total sits at 220, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook. Toronto still without some of their big stars, including Pascal Siakam, Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet. They're all out tonight. So what are the Raptors going to be able to do?
I think that they're going to have to rely on Kyle Lowry and Serge Ibaka, obviously, here, Greg. But I can't support a side in this game. A, because the Portland Trailblazers have been a terrible team against the spread this season, and Fred VanVleet is out for the Toronto Raptors. So I'm looking to the under in this game. The Raptors have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, and during that stretch, they're holding the opposition to just 99.3 points per game. So the Raptors play very well defensively. They've gone under a lot recently. I can't support a side in this game, but I will be taking the under 220 points.
I like the under, but I also like the Raptors. The Raptors have the second best home record in the NBA against the spread at home. They're 12-7 there. They're very good defensively as well. And the Blazers, they've covered just once in their last 8 contests. For me, it's Toronto, but I do like the under as well. Let's move on to our Dollar Holla. It's our long shot bet of the night. We talked about how much we like the Thunder, and that's where I'm going. I like Oklahoma City to win this game outright. In fact, they'll cover the spread because they are 13-5 in away games covering the spread, and they're going to be led by Chris Paul. All he has to do is hit 3 or more three-pointers, and you get that at plus 670, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook. A lot to like. CP3 and the Thunder for me.
I'm with you, Greg. I'm taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to score 25-plus points, and OKC wins this game. You're getting that at plus 470.
All right, so Knicks and the Lakers coming up after the Devils game. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.